Hello, this is Teja Gerken with Peghead Nation, and I'm here with a Taylor 516 Fall Limited Edition for 2014. As the name implies, this is a limited edition guitar. They're only making it for a few months this fall, 2014, and it's based on their standard 516ce model, which is kind of a medium size. They call this the Grand Symphony body size, a relatively new body for Taylor. But they've done some substitutions on the wood, especially on the back and sides for this guitar, that differentiates it from a standard 516ce. To go back in Taylor history a little bit, typically a 500 series guitar would have mahogany back and sides and a spruce top. And it's one of the original Taylor series. It's been in their line for probably 30 plus years. So the appointments of the 500 series have changed over the years a little bit. In previous years, sometimes they had abalone rosettes. They've had different types of binding, different types of fingerboard inlay. This guitar is basically like a standard 516ce in terms of its appointments, which right now includes ivoroid binding on the body and the neck, an ivoroid rosette. It's kind of a slightly vintage style rosette, more than the typical Taylor abalone rosette. This guitar also happens to have a sunburst finish. That's part of the limited edition. And the back and sides on the guitar are Tasmanian blackwood. And that's really the most drastic change from a standard 516. Tasmanian blackwood comes from Australia, and Taylor describes it having a slightly snappier mid-range than mahogany, a little bit more like koa in a way, but also with a little bit of a quality that Indian rosewood might have. So in some ways you're getting a combination of koa, Indian rosewood, mahogany, all in this wood, which of course has its own kind of a character. And as you can see, it's really quite beautiful. Beautiful straight grain all around, not super flashy, but very nice looking in terms of its color and grain. The guitar includes Taylor's own closed tuning machines, and it also has the new ES2 electronic system in it. The ES2 is the latest version of Taylor's proprietary pickup. It has controls in the upper bout for bass and treble and volume. And the pickup itself is a very interesting design. It is installed in the saddle, and it's a piezo-based system. But rather than being installed under the saddle, as the majority of piezo-based bridge systems are, there are three sensors that are mounted in between the sets of strings back here. And you can see there are some adjustment screws that you really shouldn't ever have to worry about, but as part of a guitar setup, the pickup can be sort of fine-tuned for its string balance on each guitar. And it's senses the back of the saddle rather than the bottom of the saddle, which means that it really is more sensitive to the torque that the strings put on the saddle piece rather than the up and down motion or the string pressure on it. So Taylor feels it's a more natural way to amplify the guitar, and I've got it plugged here into a little AER Compact 60 amp, and we'll take a listen to it a little bit later. So you heard me play the guitar a little bit in the intro to this piece in dadgat tuning. And I was playing a little bit of a tune of mine called 5927 California Street. What impresses me about this guitar is its balance, really. Throughout, you can hear in dadgat tuning, the bass isn't overwhelming, but it has a nice presence. The trebles are nice and fat without being too shrill. And whether I'm playing up the neck or big open chords in first position, the guitar is always nicely balanced, has good volume, and I would think it's really quite versatile. And Taylor actually specifically mentions that this is a great guitar for someone who's a strummer, or a picker, more than a fingerstyle player in some ways. And I have Scott Nygaard here to demonstrate the guitar played that way. Okay, as I mentioned, the guitar has Taylor's ES2 pickup system in it, and I've got it plugged into my AER Compact 60 amp here. I'm going straight into the amp, and what you're going to be hearing in the video is a combination of the straight signal and a mic that we have in the room. So let's listen to how it sounds through the amp. So really, to my ear, a very natural plugged-in sound, played fingerstyle. Let's also listen to it strummed a little bit, because that really is the harder thing to do, to amplify an attack with a pick and still have it be natural. So that's the Taylor 516ce Fall Limited for 2014. It's a beautiful guitar, Tasmanian blackwood back and sides, sunburst finish on the spruce top. Otherwise, fairly similar to a standard 516ce, but because of the wood differences, you definitely get its own voice as well as its own look. So beautiful guitar to check out. These aren't going to be around forever. They'll probably be in the shops for a few months. So if you like what you see, check one out. This limited edition is available in all of Taylor's body shapes. So if you would like these woods and these appointments, say in a Dreadnought or a Grand Concert or a Grand Auditorium, they are available, and they all share the tonal specifics that you get with the Tasmanian blackwood, as well as the sunburst finish look. So let me just finger pick it a little bit more here, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and please come back to Peghead Nation for more gear demos.